So a black man was attacked during a protest in Glasgow. The crowd chants, "Send them home, send them back." But one question remains: where is home? And perhaps even more importantly, who gets to decide who belongs? Because the only thing many people appeared to know about this man was the color of his skin. They did not know his story. They did not know where he was born. They did not know how long he had lived in Britain. They did not know whether Glasgow was the only home he had ever known. But in that moment, some people, none of them mattered. Can you see? A protest in Glasgow brought together many angry about immigration and asylum politics and policies in the UK. Some protesters said they were concerned about pressures on housing, public service, and the impact of rising immigration numbers. Solid points. Those concerns are shared by many people across Britain, as you can see by the million people march that happened in London a few months ago. But alongside those concerns came disturbing scenes. Reports emerged of clashes, arrests, and accusations of violence. More than dozens of people were reportedly arrested following disorder connected to the demonstration. Counter-protesters also attended, arguing that anger about government policies should never become about hatred directed at individuals because of their race or background or religion. And all makes sense as well. And this is where the debate becomes a bit complicated, because Britain have two conversations at the same time. One is about immigration, and the other is about racism and belonging. And sometimes those conversations collide, because the phrase "send them home" has been used throughout history against different communities. But the question is, who exactly is them? Is it someone who arrived yesterday? Or is it someone who arrived 20 years ago? Or is it someone who was born in Britain but has a different ethnic background? Because Britain itself is a country shaped by immigration, especially in the last 100 years or so. But from even the Roman periods to the British generation, from European migration to communities from Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean, the stories of Britain has always involved people moving, settling, and contributing. So when someone say go home, the question becomes, which home are we talking about? But to understand why these protests happen, we also have to understand the frustration behind them. And many working class communities across Britain feel the pressure. People are struggling with rising living costs, housing shortages, stretch healthcare services, and uncertainty about the future. So when people feel ignored by government, angers will grow. And in the age of social media, misinformation can spread quickly. False claim about asylum accommodation and local resources can create fear before facts are checked. A rumor online can become anger on the street. And the bigger question is, Are these tensions really only about immigration? Or are immigration debates sometimes becoming a place where deeper frustrations are expressed? Glasgow, like many cities, faces challenges around poverty and inequality. Many families are struggling. Many communities feel forgotten. And when people are under pressure, society throughout history have often searched for someone to blame. But blaming individuals based on their race or nationality does not solve the problems created by politics, economics, or government decisions. Because for many Black people living in Britain, incidents like this bring back a familiar question. Do people see me as British, or do they see me as someone who does not belong? Britain has made progress on racial inequality or equality, but challenges remain. People from minority background continue to talk about experiences with discrimination, unequal opportunities, and being judged differently because of their name, appearance, or background. So the debate is about pretending every problem is caused by racism. But is it also impossible to ignore that racism has played a role in British history and continues to affect some people today? A mature society must be able to do two things at the same time. It must allow people to discuss immigration honestly, and it also protect people from being targeted because of who they are. You can question government policy without attacking a person. You can debate borders without questioning someone's humanity. And you can be concerned about resources without blaming communities. The Glasgow protest is not just about one man. It's about a much bigger question. What kind of country does Britain want to be? A country where belonging depends on ancestry and appearance, or a country where belonging is built through contribution, community, and shared values? Because the truth is, many people who call Britain home have different stories. Some arrived generations ago. Some arrived recently. Some were born here. But the question remains, who gets to decide who belongs? And maybe the answer should not be based on the color of someone's skin, the country where their parents came from, or the language they speak, either. Maybe the answer should be based on something much simpler. Are we building a society where people can live together, even when we disagree? But let me know. This is CBC, Caribbean Black Community. Bless up.